All right, sorry for that little delay there. I am meteorologist Jake Lambright. Want to talk a little bit about our forecast for tomorrow, of course, and what to expect in the days ahead. I know today, wrapping up Labor Day, maybe trying to get to bed a little bit early, so I won't keep you too long. But of course, we're going to go all in depth with that Tuesday forecast. Right now, you can see first alert radar there. Not showing much out there right now, just a lot of radar noise. But with that said, we've got some cloud cover around, especially across northern Louisiana. Some of that will make its way into central Louisiana as we go throughout the night tonight. But beyond that cloud cover, any kind of rain is expected to hold off until we get into tomorrow. Even then, most of us are going to stay dry. Rain chances very low for your Tuesday. I've got to set about a 30% chance. We'll see some isolated rain during the afternoon and early evening hours, followed by drier conditions as we head into Tuesday night and into Wednesday as well. You'll notice a low end chance for rain Wednesday. Low end rain chances pick back up this upcoming weekend and into next week as well, but nothing too crazy, nothing that should have a great impact on any kind of outdoor plans as we go through the next couple of days. You'll see here Futurecast showing on Tuesday afternoon. This is about 2 to 3 p.m. We start to see again those very small localized isolated storms start to pop up on the radar. So most of us again are not going to see rain. A few lucky locations though will see rain as we head into Tuesday and Tuesday evening. Anything on the radar really kind of fizzles out by 10 p.m. at the latest. Honestly, most of the rain will probably wrap up just after sunset coming up on Tuesday evening. When it comes to our high temperatures, next couple days are going to stay very consistent. There are some potential changes as we head into next week. Not too sold yet on how strong this cold front moving through during the weekend and early next week will be, but for now I've got upper 80s, it's a mid 80s there in the forecast for high temperatures. Of course, something to watch. Even if we do see temps fall down to that level, we're probably not going to see below average temperatures here for too long. Here's a look at that 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. You'll notice northern and central Louisiana, that light blue shading kind of highlights some confidence in below average temperatures, which is 92 degrees now for this time of the year. That blue shading just, again, it shows confidence in any kind of temperature reading below 92 degrees for an afternoon high. So it doesn't necessarily show how much colder will be per se, just the confidence in seeing any temperature value below 92. There's a little bit of confidence in that, as you can see, like I said, north and central Louisiana, but then it shifts as we head into the 8 to 14 day window. We're likely looking at above average temperature statewide as we get a little bit closer to the middle of September. So again, even if we do see slightly cooler temperatures toward the end of the weekend and into next week, they will likely not be sticking with us for very long before we're right back into the 90s. Now, when it comes to things here in the tropics, there is a tropical wave that the National Hurricane Center is highlighting, indicated by that orange X there. Still has a little bit of traveling to go before it enters environmental conditions or atmospheric conditions that are conducive for tropical development. Of course, it'll be one to watch. Right now, most indications are that this will take a track that keeps it out in the Atlantic Ocean. With that said, though, this is the minority of our ensemble models, but a couple of them do have them going a little bit further to the west. So, of course, it's something to watch, but with that said, nothing I'm overly concerned about for us in Louisiana or along the Gulf Coast at this time. I will continue monitoring, and again, if that changes, I'll give you the first alert to the latest on that. For now, though, just something to watch. It's going to take this thing about 10 to 15 days to actually travel across the Atlantic. Of course, within maybe 5 to 10 days, we'll have a lot better idea of what it's going to do. But again, more likely than not, it's going to take that path that kind of keeps it out in the Atlantic Ocean. Right now, things are pretty quiet there over from our Paragon Casino Resort camera over in Marksville. Got the bugs there in front of the camera. Temperatures right now not looking bad. We're in the mid and upper 70s across most of the area. Feels like temps in Alexandria and DeRidder still in the lower 80s, but the rest of us looking at feels like temperatures not too far off from those actual air temps. Here's a look at your hour-by-hour forecast. I do think we'll probably fall into the upper 60s for some, low 70s for the rest of the area for those morning lows heading into tomorrow. And then, like I said, tomorrow's forecast does call for some of those isolated storms during the afternoon. High temperatures will be back right near 90 degrees. Your first alert 7 and 10 day forecast coming up in 60 seconds. Stay right here. We'll be right back. All right, here's a look at that first alert 7-day forecast. You'll see some low end rain chances in there again Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday especially. We'll go ahead and take an expanded look there at your first alert 10-day forecast. Right now it's hinting at temperatures staying there in the upper 80s, but I do think there's a pretty decent chance we'll be back in the low 90s by the end of that 10-day period. Of course, we'll be watching it closely and giving you the first alert to the latest as we learn more. Thank you so much for joining me here. I'll be live on the air with you here in about 50 minutes over on NBC, or you can also find our news and weather updates coming up tonight at 10 on our live stream, kalb.com/livestream. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had a great Labor Day and hope that you have a happy Tuesday ahead.